And we are live. Good evening, everyone.
Hello.
It is time for VOLT LIVEWIRE. We have a really great lineup tonight. Lots of cool guests. Varian will be joining us shortly to give us his standard introduction spiel. But for right now, I've got the steering wheel. Anyway, well, we're really happy to have all of our guests with us. We're glad you're joining us tonight. Please make sure you're saying hello in the chat. Remember, we do have super chats, so if there's something burning in your heart with the passion of $1 or $2, put it up in a super chat, and we'll read it live on the air and probably make fun of you if it's warranted. I'm going to go ahead and hit the intro, and we'll be back on the other side of things.
And you, sir, are you waiting to receive my limp penis? Now, get your hands off there.
The following program contains violence, disturbing imagery, nudity, and, oh my God, why are you even watching this? Just run away. This shit is going to give you nightmares. For real. The program is rated TV MA NSFW OMFG GAF TTV BYGAS. Why are you still here? Seriously, don't watch this. We can't warn you strongly enough. Do you need a doctor of some kind? What is the matter with you?
The difference is near. It's a revolt the masses will hear. In the vault, let the people hear. It's in the vault. The blood, the blood starts here.
Good evening, everyone, or good morning, depending on the country of origin in which you are listening, watching, and or pantomiming. My name's Eric Hodson. The boss is stepped out for just a minute, but he'll be joining us shortly. And welcome to VOLT LiveWire. Indie Princess, how is your evening going?
It's all right. I'm having problems. That's why I'm covering my mouth. For some reason, I think it's my new meds. I keep biting my lip and just making like my under the lip really raw. So yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, well, hopefully you can get that resolved. Sometimes meds can do funny things depending on what they're doing. But yeah, so let's kind of get into our simple introductions. Like I said, my name's Eric Hodson. I'm the Dreaded Dinosaur Man. Dreaded Dinosaur is on Webtoon. Artist for Roddy Piper, Kilted Avenger, working on the new British Bulldog book. Lots of fun stuff. American Bliss for Genuine Comics. So, yeah, I've got a lot of work on my plate, but happy to be here.
Stop bragging.
Fine. Okay, you tell us who you are.
I'm the most important. Come on, I'm Indie Princess.
Okay, well, you probably should have started things then.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, guys, I am your Indie Princess Lola. I am the EIC over at indievolt.com. And I do behind the stuff for Liberty and Last Call I co-own with my husband. And yeah, I just had a successful Kickstarter.
Sweet.
So that's awesome. And I'll be sending the books to the printer this week.
Congratulations. That's awesome. All right, let's throw it across the pond to Mr. Russ. Who the hell are you and why should we care?
You shouldn't. My name's Russ Leach. I am the comic book black belt. That's what you'll find me on YouTube as. I've kicked around for about 12 years now, drawing comics in anger. Before that, I had a career elsewhere, shall we say, in publishing. But since then, I've managed to draw for Marvel and Panini, Marcosia. I've done some Ben 10 stuff. So I've been around the block, quite a bit of Doctor Who. And now I've decided to start doing my own books, but I've been pulled back into the world of publishing. So I'm all over the place at the moment. But the most important thing to me is Only Death Can Save Us, which is my book.
Awesome. Can't wait to take a look at that campaign later
I
on.
gotta fight with you, Russ. I don't know. Your book is good. I like it, but I don't think it's better than mine.
Oh well, there you go. If that's your thing. Everybody's got an opinion.
All right, let's kick it on down to Steven there. Tell us who you are, man.
Hey, how's it going? I am the writer and creator of Monster Matador, a post-apocalyptic kaiju throwdown about a matador who fights monsters to make a better world for his daughter. And we currently have a Kickstarter where we've got 24 hours left for our an original 68-page graphic novel, Monster Matador Afropocalypse. So
that sounds badass.
He joins an international team of kaiju killers to hunt down an ancient evil that's threatening to unleash a zombie plague on humanity.
Cool.
Wow, we got everything in there. That's great.
Can't wait to see that.
Everything in the kitchen sink, right?
All right, Gate Comics, you're up to bat.
You don't want to let the boss go?
He can go after Gate Comics.
Hey there. I'm Mike, and I wrote Creekor and Chris Must Be Destroyed last year, and it funded on Indiegogo. So this year we're going for the sequel, Creekor and Chris Taking the Piss. It's alien action adventure comedy with lots of violence, boobs, and prostitution.
Outstanding.
So, yeah.
Sounds like you got all the 4 food groups there. All right, boss man, how's it going? Hello?
Turn your mic on.
Horribly. It's going horribly. I'm falling apart over here. I'm gonna turn my camera on. Look at me, no hat. I just look like just a shell of my former self. These 30s, man. No one told me 30s would be this hard. They told me that it was gonna be like, in your 50s, things would get rough. If it gets any worse than this, man,
Get used to it. Get used to it.
Those termination booths. They were talking about being on every city corner. Those might be how much to get in one of those? Because
come back and talk to me in 20 years.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, come on.
Oh man, it's rough. I mean, like, I used to be able to do things, and now it's like, no, that'll kill me. Like normal things, like cut the grass and just usual stuff. Even the crazy shit I used to do is impossible to get to do now. But hello, everybody out there. I'm Varian Grant, founder of IndieVolt Media. I've been making
the synapse just fired.
Yeah. This old age, man. I've been making comics since 2008. Again, I founded IndieVolt Media LLC, founder of Liberty Entertainment Distribution Group, and co-owner of Last Call Comics. Father, husband, geek, gamer, occasional actor, all the time pissed off person. Yeah, that's pretty much me. No hat tonight. No hat. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't fool the public.
Well, I know you're just being bashful, but let's be honest. Your hat is at the veterinarian, right?
Yeah.
It's still packed up somewhere. We haven't unpacked from the con.
Yeah. I have to remember sometimes I can't wear that coon hat outside of the con because I'll go into like a gas station and they're like, why is there a black man wearing a raccoon hat walking around the gas station? And I forget about it. So I'm just shopping there and people looking at me like, he's not an entertainer. Yes, I am. I'm sorry though for being late. You guys can go ahead.
It's okay, man. Your compass is pointing south tonight. That's fine.
Oh yeah.
But I know someone who has a moral compass, Mr. Mark Pulton. How'd you like that segue?
Very nice. Mark Pulton, I've been in the comic industry the last 15 years. I've written for DC, Image Comics. I've been self-publishing over the last 3 years. I'm the writer, co-creator of Graveyard Shift, Sea Dog, Viking Wolf, and my current campaign, U.S. Assassin.
Stop showing off.
Check him out.
Awesome. All right, George, tell us about yourself.
Hi, my name is George Gant. I'm the creator of the webcomic Beware of Toddler. I've been doing this for about 15 years. Beware of Toddler is in the middle of a Kickstarter. The book's called Toddlerhood. It was nominated for Ringo earlier this year.
Oh, sweet.
And that's pretty much it.
Awesome.
No, I can't remember right now.
No newbies in the room tonight, so it's going to be a veteran show.
What are you saying? Calling me old?
Yes, yes, very, very much so, Grandpa.
Eric, I had an opportunity. You were there too. Grand Rapids Comic Con. We were there this weekend. I don't know if you guys discussed it, but got a chance to bring a friend of mine out. I got a chance to bring her out for a second con. So we kind of threw her in the deep end because she never did a Comic Con. So her first show ever, first Comic Con ever, was Motor City Comic Con. So I kind of threw her to the wolves. And then her next show was Grand Rapids Comic Con. And I'm like, she's like, well, what show next? I'm like, you know what? Let's go to San Diego. Screw it. Let's throw her in there. Let's see what's, sink or swim. And she had a lot of fun, though. She had a lot of fun. Did a podcast with me in the morning. And it was funny because people messaged me after, like, hey, that's not your wife. That's not, who's that? Who's that with you? Who's that woman with you? Who's that strange woman? It was weird. Yeah, I had a lot of fun at the show. And I think, it's fair to say Comic Cons are back for the most part. I know that there's still attendance issue because we have to, there are guidelines on how many people can be in the building and at one time. But I think the Comic Cons are, I think we're going to start seeing the return of them, especially by next year. We should probably get back to maybe not the full numbers that we had at one point, but
so you're telling me you want to junket back down to Louisiana again?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going. More likely.
Yeah, I'm making Fan Expo. New Orleans is going to be a good show next year. I heard dates. I'm not sure if they're true or not, but we'll see. I do got questions from you, and I want to make sure here, because right now we are not live on Indie World Radio, but I can fix that.
Oh, no.
Yeah, there's a few clicks here.
It must have been a button that I didn't have access to.
That's exactly what it is. Because, well, I learned long ago that if I put if everyone has access to the radio app, everyone's on the radio all the time.
Breaking news. The dates are up. It is January 7th through the 9th.
So those dates that I saw were true. Okay. So very nice. So yeah, maybe I'll head down to New Orleans.
Go pick on Anthony.
Yeah. So I got some questions from Indie Vote. People wrote in topics, and we can all debate them until we all hate each other. Here's the first one.
All right.
And, if they're too small to read, Eric, let me know, because I had to shrink the lettering. Because you would think that I went to school for design or something, but I didn't. So.
Is it a word salad? Okay.
Yeah.
Now this is fine. All right. So our first topic tonight. Saw some guy at a comic store signing get his whole catalog of comics yanked from off the table by the posse of an artist he failed to pay. Dude jumped up to retrieve his goods and followed the guys outside. He left in an ambulance. Oh my goodness.
Well, I told you it was going to happen one day. I said somebody going to get caught slipping.
Writers, pay your artists.
Yeah. You shouldn't have followed him outside, not without Russ. You could have protected him, Russ. Russ is
if he deserved it. If he hadn't paid people. Mind you, if he was paying me to protect him, then yeah, okay, that would be all right.
Snatching his whole catalog of books off, huh? Yeah,
I mean, this is a comic store signing, so you got to imagine it's a smaller venue.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably crammed with people in there. And for this to, come down brazenly, I'm surprised we don't have some video to back this up.
Grab a knife.
is exceptionally unprofessional on both levels, isn't it? Whether
Yes.
if you're not paying people, it's unprofessional. If you're promising people things and not delivering, it's unprofessional. And if you throw a hissy fit because you haven't been paid by someone, that's pretty unprofessional as well. So it's bad on all levels.
Excellent point.
I don't know, Russ. There's a part of me that says going back to get your books or going back to get those books. I don't know. That might have came right out of
Yeah, listen, live and learn. If you wanna work for other people, you don't make a big fuss like that. You find another way. You don't do it publicly. Like wait until he's in an alley and it's at night. Nobody can see it. No one knows. I mean, do it properly.
Do the professional thing and hire some guys.
Yeah. Don't leave a mark and don't leave any DNA at the scene.
That's what happened to this guy is the comic book version of getting your chain snatched by a rival rapper. I got your books, what you gonna do? But even though, it's ouch. And then to follow him outside and have to lose, like you walked outside like, you're gonna be a hero and now your ass is in traction.
I think if I was writing this story, I might have had the ending be, "Joke's on you! I didn't pay the printer either."
That's messed up. Anybody else want to say anything about this?
I mean, at what, like, how long did this go for the artist to snap like this? I mean, did he? There's so much to the story we don't know. Yeah. How many times did he try to like handle things professionally before he had to resort to this?
I feel bad for him. He left in an ambulance.
That was the writer that left in an ambulance, yeah?
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah,
yeah, that's what the context suggests.
All right.
Here's the thing, too, here's a writer who's probably never going to successfully hire another artist again.
No.
And here's an artist who is probably not going to work for a writer anytime soon.
It's not a good look. It's not a good look.
Sold a dream and thrown an ass whooping. Just breaks my heart to hear. I hate to see it. Well. I, for one, blame Eric. It's the type of judgment that he would like. All right, here we go. This is what you guys will love. I can't wait to hear Eric read this. Eric, I need you to read this. I need you to read this in your nasally voice.
My nasally voice?
Yo, when you start reading it, you'll understand why. And guys, try not to sigh or snicker as we go through it. That goes double for you, George. I think you'll laugh.
Now I'm going to laugh.
So something more like this? More like this?
Here we go.
Okay. Everyone who makes comics spends an incredible amount on time on them. I find it rude when critics review indie comics poorly, taking issue with beginning artist anatomy and more. A poor review can be worse than the fist of the biggest bully.
I said hold your laughs. Sorry. The decorum, please. The decorum.
A poor review can be worse than the fist of the biggest bully.
Oh dear.
I mean, that's a new Indie Vault t-shirt. It'll be on the shop later on this evening.
That's why I made the logo to say words hurt. Guys, look, we review comics. And if I ever said anything to upset you about your book, I'm sorry. Them's was jokes.
But see, the thing is, he can apologize, but I'm not actually one that does the reviews and posts them and stuff. So I don't apologize. If your book sucks, it sucks, and people are gonna know about it. It's gonna help you build, and if it's a good review, like the ones we review, we point out where the flaws are, and that will help you build.
Solid criticism is the basis of improvement. It's as simple as that.
Yes.
Yeah. It's part of the game. I mean, even if you have a great book, it's not going to be for everybody. And you know, it's not stuff you can take to heart. I mean, if it's legitimate criticism, then you know, take it, then do take it to heart. You know, improve. But you know, even the best writers and artists get bad reviews. You know, if you can't handle that, you should probably find something.
Do something else less high profile.
I'm waiting for Lord to get reviews. I'm excited.
I'm ready. I'm reviewing that sucker the minute I get it.
I kind of want to bounce off this with a secondary question and pose it to the panel. What would be considered legitimate critique? The difference between legitimate critique and someone who's just being an ass or a troll. Like, what are some things to help somebody who's more emotionally involved to kind of, okay, wait a minute, I need to take a step back. Well, maybe this is legitimate critique.
I think the first thing you should do is look through the review, and if there's bad grammar in it, ignore it.
No, that's true. But it's also, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say, well, for me, it's got to be if they start attacking me rather than the work.
Yeah.
You know,
good point. Good point.
You know, if that happens, then this person's a troll, not so much of a reviewer. That's all.
Sometimes if the criticism is just broad without being specific, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of times, like what you'll see, especially, it's a weird thing, and I've noticed this a lot with indie books, where if a reviewer's reviewing something and it's not like Batman, where like the structure of the story and character is so ingrained that because the indie character, whatever, is not as familiar, they don't quite really, their kind of criticism is broad, you know, and really it's kind of sometimes misses the point of the book. Or what the writer's doing. I think that's a challenge that a lot of indie creators have sometimes when getting reviews. But definitely, the more specific the criticism, you know, it's usually better. If someone just says, "Oh, I don't like the story," it's kind of like, okay, but you know, what's the criticism there?
That you definitely need to put a filter on, and filter out those that are obviously just being rude for the sake of being rude, and people that are providing constructive criticism. And you have to be hard-skinned enough to see those ones that are just, you know, shit posting effectively, and just ignore them and just get on with it. But don't ignore valid criticism. If somebody says your anatomy is not good, then it probably isn't good. Work on it.
Yeah. And a bad review isn't going to hurt you as much as you think it will. I think sometimes people think they get a bad review and that's the end, you know, of everything, but it really isn't.
This just in from the desk of a small press publisher. A great review will always mention ways to improve or fix problems with content and or presentation. People don't want true criticism like above. They just want someone to say that love it.
Yep. Yeah. He knows.
Yeah, I mean, I've told the story before, and I wrote it on IndieVolt. I'm very thankful that my dad. I drew a picture once, and I came to him, and rather than him showering me with praise, he looked at it and said, "I've seen better from you." And I'm like, I must have been about 8 or 9. I'm like, what?
Nice.
And I ran
screwing it up. This is shit. Put it in the bin.
You're no process, Sean.
I went to my.
How many years does Santa Claus have?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I ran back to my room. I redrew it, brought it back. He says, "Now you're phoning it in." And I'm like, what? And I went back to my room. I tried to redraw. He just did not like it. And I remember my mother came home from work, and I took the drawings to her, and she thought they were all great. I'm like, but it was still like, oh man, my dad doesn't like my drawings. And he told me years later why he did that. He says, if I would have told you they were great, you would never try. You would have thought, okay, I'm good. I'm never gonna try to get better. So I'm thankful for him doing that. I'm thankful for him giving me that critique, even though, you know, it was just to make me stronger or better, you know, and give me a thicker skin. Very thankful for that. I also tell the story about Randy Zimmerman telling me that all the feathers, and I had drawn hundreds of them in this book. He said, "Oh, those are nice leaves." And I said, "Those aren't leaves, those are feathers." He says, he looked at me and says, "Hey, you ever seen the feather, buddy?" And Yeah, I mean, he gets out a piece of paper and he starts with a Sharpie and he starts drawing feathers on the piece of paper. He's like, these are feathers, not those. And I'm like, damn, he's right. So I started erasing these feathers, and at that moment I realized that it's time for me to go take a picture. I asked for Jim Shooter, so I take my portfolio over to Jim Shooter, and the idea was I wanted Jim to look at my portfolio, and like this, the picture is him ripping me a new one, like he's got his hand up, and I'm like, you know, and that was the idea, like Jim Shooter's tearing my portfolio apart. And so we do the photo, and I thank him, and I get up to leave, and he says, "Is this your stuff, Mr. Jim Shooter?" I said, "Yeah, yes, sir." And my heart drops to my nuts because I'm like, oh, crap. You know, like, I can't take this twice in a row today. You know, at first I got it from Randy, not Jim Shooter, because Jim Shooter, like, that's all you need. Like, all you need is him or Neil Adams to tell you your shit sucks and you're good for the year. And he looks at it, he says, "This is good stuff, man," and hands my portfolio back. Good stuff. And I'm like, "Thank you, Mr. Shooter." So I walked back around to the table. Randy was like, my chest was stuck out. I had a feminine switch when I was walking. You couldn't tell me nothing. I walked over to Randy. I said, "Jim Shooter likes my art," and but I still redrew all those leaves, all those feathers. Now they look like feathers, though. There's no question about it.
And you haven't drawn feathers since.
I will never draw. Yeah, I got a book full of angels too. That's weird. It's like, what can I do to not draw angel wings? They all have fly wings. That's what they have. Those are easy.
They've all got leaves.
Yeah. But yeah, look, artists, you guys got to get better. I've had people. I had a creator reach out to me once and ask me if we did a review of their comic and said, "Hey, you're gonna send me the review before you post it, right, for approval?" I said, well, "Yeah." They're like, "Yeah, approval."
That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
Yeah,
Was that gonna try that?
Was that guy a politician? How does that work?
And he's like, "Yeah, every reviewer's doing it. Every indie reviewer does it." And I'm like, "Not me. That's collusion." He didn't understand that. I think he blocked me on Facebook after that. Like, I'm not sure. And he got a good review. I don't know what he wanted, but he wanted approval. So remember that, guys. Are your reviews getting approved by you before they're posted? If not, well, you may have a leg to stand on the old bitch box. That's about it.
Now the other side of this question, obviously, and let's get some input on this. Young kid comes up to your table and asks, "Mark Pulton, what do you think of my portfolio?" Now, what's going through your mind, especially in this day and age? Because one of the things that I had a really hard problem coming up is I could not get somebody to give me some critique. It was so hard to get a professional to give me an ass-kicking critique, and I had to ask for it, and I still didn't get it half the time. So what's going through your mind when some kid asks you to look at your portfolio?
How old is this kid?
Let's say like somewhere in the age where they need to be thinking about getting their job.
I would try to be encouraging, but also offer like where I think they needed to improve on, but put an emphasis on everything that I thought was good about their work. Just because I don't know, I wouldn't want anyone to leave feeling bad. I don't want to. I'm not a dream killer. I want. I want the person to go and improve, and just a couple of good words. I mean, I think would be, I don't know, more beneficial than just like destroying the kid.
But you're willing to do it still in this day and age. It's because it seems like people, for the most part, especially the younger generation, maybe this is just being an old fart, but they got a soft skin for this type of thing, just like this topic, whoever wrote this topic in.
Yeah. A lot of times I'm seated next to an artist. I was like, I'm a writer. You should probably like ask this person next to me.
Well, I mean, the same would apply with scripts too. Like,
yeah.
So this topic's mainly probably taking artistry into it, but what about, what do you look for in a script that tells you, hey, because obviously you probably don't have time at the table to sit there and read through it, but if you're scanning through it, what are some things you're looking for in a young writer that, you could be encouraging about or tell him it's shit over?
Oh man. I don't think I've ever had a writer come to me with a script. I've had plenty of people pitch like they're wanting me to take a look at their comic. I would probably tell them to, if they have a script, to find an artist and get like at least like 5 pages completed. At least that way you have something to show, because like you said, you're not going to have time to read a script if you're at a convention, or even if you get something in your email box, you'd probably just like to have something visual to look at. So I would tell them to try to find an artist, that's on the same page as them, and put something together that they can pitch together.
Good advice. Good advice. Pops wants to know George's opinion. George?
Really? All right. I mean, like I'm over like 2 minds. I want to say that you need to be honest, like first and foremost. You don't want this kid thinking like he's like the best artist in the world and his work needs work. You want to be honest. You want to like let them know what they need to work on, but don't be a dick about it. And for me personally, I like to encourage people, and I like to let people know, because a lot of people that they come to me to ask me for advice are always like brand new, and I tell them right off the bat that this takes a long time to learn. And that's a thing that I noticed, like a lot of younger and newer artists don't realize, is that time is a factor. It's not just a matter of just skill. Like you're not going to pick it up in 2 weeks. So I start right there. This takes a long time. Don't feel discouraged. As long as you keep working on it, and if you're serious about it, you will improve. Like you're not going to see an artist, work on something for years and they get worse. I mean, but
apart from the obvious exceptions.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
I wasn't going to say it. But like I think you should. It's best to be honest while at the same time be encouraging.
Yeah.
See, I watched a young lady and I'll admit, I mean, even though I was, I was 2 years into being married, I was like, hey, she's cute. And she was like, I want to be a comic book artist. And I'm like, well, here's what you need to do. And Randy's standing there. Once again, Randy, the dream killer. And he's like, you don't want to do comics? Fuck you want to do comics for? No, don't do. And I'm like, Randy, she's hot. And he's like, comics, you'll never make any money. What you like drawing? Go to design school. Go to fashion school. Yeah, comic books don't make any money on. Go if you want to. You'll be sorry later.
All right, we gotta really ding the bell for this one from the desk of a small press publisher. First thing I ask every time is, do you have sequentials in this portfolio? If they say no, I tell them, lesson 1, show your sequentials. Pinups won't get you a job.
Yeah, I mean, wasn't Steranko going on about this online the other day, talking about the fact that sequential art, the actual storytelling aspect, is being lost.
Oh yeah,
he certainly paid tribute to the fact that there are fantastic artists now out there. There's incredible ability being shown on the page, but the thing that's being lost is telling a story sequentially, and it's vital. That's the most important aspect. If you want to make comics, that's the most important thing, because that's what's going to get people reading, and it's what's going to get return custom. And that's what you want. You want people to read your books and you want them to buy them again. And if you're not telling a story properly, it doesn't matter how good the artwork is, because if it's great artwork and it doesn't tell a story, all you're doing is just providing a picture book, and that has a shelf life, whereas good stories are evergreen.
Yeah, I'm looking at his Twitter feed right now. He's got some good stuff here. Every comics panel must connect and convey info to the reader for a story to work. That includes the panel before it, the panel after it. Essentially, every panel on the page must deliver maximum drama, and every panel on both pages within the reader's vision. No dead space.
Yeah, I mean that's a hard. It's a high bar to set, but it's true. That's what you should be aiming at.
Yeah, it goes most of my comics.
All right. Well, I think we're done with that topic. If you're out there and you're hungry to be a comic artist, take our advice and follow Jim Steranko on Twitter.
Yep.
Indie Vote Radio numbers right now 72,000 listening to Indie Vote Radio. You can be a part of that number. Download Indie Vote Radio app today on Google Play. On if you have iOS phone, Apple phone, download TuneIn or Streamer, or ask your Amazon Alexa device to play Indie Vote Radio for you as well. She'll do it because we bent over to Amazon and said, "Okay, what do you need to do?" They said, "Put this line of code in your browser." Or not your browser, in your code. I know one day I'm gonna wake up and Bezos is gonna own everything I have. So I own anything now, Gary, not you.
All right, boss man. Do we have another topic?
That is it. So let's look at some of these fabulous campaigns and pages that we have.
You know, before we do that though, because all these great, wonderful creators are creating these campaigns. We got books. Is there some way of packaging those books? Maybe some way of saving money packaging those books?
There is.
Sending them out?
There is, because, and they should, because let me tell you guys, I waited for a book. I ordered a book because a person that was working on it said, "Please help me out. Could you please order it?" So I did. This is about 3 years ago. I ordered a book. It came. My son enjoyed it. So the next version came out and it was a big collected one. So I said, okay, I'll get this for my kid. That was the next one announced, like right after that one. And it came 2 years late. But it came. Guys, it came. It came in one of these here.
Oh no.
It came in one of these here.
Please tell me inside that USPS envelope was a Gemini mailer.
No.
Awful.
It was covered in this little bag here, no protection, just a regular flat bag, and it was in there. Now, to their credit, no damage was done to the book or the materials, but I was upset. But he could avoid that by just getting a Gemini mailer. That's right, Gemini mailers are lovely. And if you get Gemini mailers and use code VOLT10, VOLT10, on the GeminiComicsSupply.com website, you can get yourself a 10% discount on your Gemini mailer. Save 10%. Use code VOLT10 today.
Man, that was a long segue, but it came good in the end.
Yeah. We're storytellers, so even with the advertisers, like once upon a time.
I wish I listened to a whole commercial about hair plugs because they had the fake DJs on the commercials. Like, hey man, so how's it going? Oh, great. Yeah, I went in today and I got hair plugs, and I'm like, are these the DJs like from a radio station? And it took me like 5 minutes to realize that wasn't the DJs, and this is a long ass infomercial I was listening to about hair plugs. And you think it would have dawned on me because I was listening to the black station, and these are white guys talking about, yeah, bro, I got hair plugs, and it's like, I think I would have been like, oh, wait a minute, this is an ad, and they don't know test market. But yeah,
a bunch of fellas walking on the beach. Do you ever feel like you need hair plugs?
Yeah. Yes, I do. So yeah, guys, make sure you do use Gemini mailers, and you use that code, you save 10% off. And we got some other codes that we're throwing out there too as well throughout the show. Also, Lola, the return of Pitches Be Crazy this weekend. This weekend, Pitches Be Crazy is back. The only show where the host opens his wallet and shuts his mouth. That's right. Win, Brandon, collect his money by coming on to our show and embarrassing yourself. How? By pitching your book in wacky and irrelevant ways, such as maybe pitch your book as Donald Duck, or pitch your book backward, or pitch your book as a Queen song. It was a lot of fun. We've had people win off of those things. So you know, and then we back Indie Vote backs your book up to $50. We got a bigger show coming pretty soon. We're gonna up that amount, but it's best if you have a campaign going. So when you're on. Anyway, though, yeah.
Speaking of campaigns, who's up to bat first?
Well, let's take a look here. I am going to go with the first one in the chat. Let's see. He got in. He wasted no time. No time did he waste. That's George Gant. Now, George, I went to school with some Gants because people thought we were related because my last name is Grant. And there's Gant that they always thought like, oh, is that your family?
It's got a few of the same letters. Are you related?
Man, if I had like $1 for every time someone said my last name was Grant, I wouldn't need a Kickstarter.
Yeah. Yeah. They thought you missed the letter. You know, I've told the story before, but in high school, my high school transcript, some brainiac at the school board decided his name can't be Varian. Why does it say he's a male? And went on my transcript, scratched out where it said male, circled female, and changed my name to Vivian.
Which is also a boy's name.
Yeah.
It is?
In the UK, it is, yeah.
And I'm like, what? Why is this being done to me? But yeah, that was a rough time in high school. Toddlerhood. I beware of toddler collection. Now I love this comic strip. In fact, George, did you know you won one of our awards?
Did I?
Yeah, you won an Indie Vote award for was it best online comic? No, it was best comic strip, right? Oh yeah. You should be getting the trophy in January.
Oh, wow! Thank you.
I'll have to link you to the video. See how big
hold
time
on.
George is. He wins
Was
awards
it
that they know
best
about.
comic strip or was it only comic strip?
It was best. It was best comic strip, and it was like the cat.
I believe so.
All right.
George, if you look back through mine and your messages, I did message you to tell you that you won.
Yeah, I am horrible with my messages. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
I think you gave me like a thumbs up or said okay or something, or I don't know. I don't remember.
It was like I'm too big for your piddly ass award.
To be fair, I live this comic as much as I draw it, so I probably had one of my toddlers. I probably had my toddler messing with me at the same time. So that's my excuse for everything. Like, yeah, my kids are messing with me. I don't know, but that's usually what happens. But I'll have to go back and see. But yeah, I really appreciate it.
So now, you know, the toddlers. She's a handful. I've been following her strip since, you know, for a while now, and you've been you know, cranking them out. I notice sometimes when I haven't seen one in a while, I'm like, holy shit, where's my toddler? And so you got the collected edition out now, $8,949 of $7 goal. So congratulations on that.
242 backers. That's incredible.
Yeah,
this is my first Kickstarter. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Whatever you're doing, keep doing it.
Yeah.
Let's check the video out.
Hi, my name is George Gant. I'm a cartoonist, and since 2006, I have drawn several webcomics such as The Reset Button, On the Grind, and now Beware of Toddler. Beware of Toddler is my latest webcomic and is loosely based on my own life as a stay-at-home parent to a wild 2-year-old. Since I launched the webcomic in 2019, I've drawn many Beware of Toddler comics, with tens of thousands of readers enjoying new comics each week. Recently, the comic was nominated for 3 Glyph Awards and the Ringo Award. And now, with that said, I am proud to announce Toddlerhood, a Beware of Toddler collection. This will be the first time Beware of Toddler will be seen in print. This 120-page book will feature the first season of comics, along with production art, fan art, and a brand new story exclusive to the book. Right now, I am seeking funding to print the book, and for that, I could use your help. I am offering unsigned and signed physical books as well as digital. A bookmark is included with each physical copy of the book. Some rewards include the Reset Button, the 16-bit collection, based on my all ages video game webcomic of the same name. Both On the Grind, The Worst Day Ever, and On the Grind Volume 2, Electric Boogaloo, based on my retail themed webcomic of the same name. And a digital copy of Vinsnana the Were-Spider, Birthday Day, a book I illustrated based on the award-winning comic book series of the same name. Also, I want you to join our daycare. Here, I will draw you as a toddler set in the world of the comic. And if that's not enough, you have the opportunity to start in your own comic. Here, you'd become part of Beware of Toddler history as I write and draw a comic strip starring you. The goal is to ship the books by February 2022. Some rewards may take longer to arrive due to the collaborative nature of the rewards themselves. All in all, I am excited to be able to bring this book to life, and I cannot wait to get it into your hands. Thank you.
Dude, I love that Master Blaster reference.
About to say, was that a reference to Mad Max? Because that was really cool.
That was great.
Thank you. I cannot stand the sound of my voice. Oh boy.
It's okay. I hate mine too.
That's okay. I hate Eric's as well.
Dude, this looks tremendous.
Very cool.
Oh, thank you.
And I've watched even the art. George is like refined and tweaked over time. And George, did that happen because you got faster, or you just got more confident in your skills? Because when I was doing a comic strip for Flint Comics, my art style changed because I got lazy. Like I was like, all of a sudden, I'm not drawing the white in their eyes or these little holes on the buttons. Nope, that's a circle now.
Backgrounds. Who needs backgrounds?
Yeah, I'm telling you, I got lazy. And look, I had myself a 3-month lead, a nice 3-month cushion, and he ran them all on the. So I'm like, oh, there goes that 3-month cushion. So, but you changed here. You know, the art style. The character's still recognizable, but you've advanced. Was that planned, or did that happen naturally, or was it, you get the strip done faster?
Well, with this, actually, I get the strips done slower. That's the crazy thing. Mm-hmm. But with this, because it was based off of a thing that actually happened, I kind of just drew a comic just to see like what would happen, just like out of the blue, and that's why like the designs like at first look so different than the designs now. It's because I'm just doing it without any planning or anything. Like literally just drew the comic strip on a whim, and here we go. And so after I drew that first one, everybody liked it, and I drew the second one, and everybody liked it, and it was like one of those things where I like started a comic on Monday, started a Facebook page on like Thursday, and on Friday had like 500 likes or something.
Dang.
So I didn't have the time to really flesh out the design of the characters. All I know is I wanted them to look somewhat like me and my daughter at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And over time, like I was actually able to like kind of actually give myself the time to flesh out the characters, and that's pretty much why the early comics look so different than now. And even now, I'm like still not 100% satisfied with what I have, so I'll probably still like tweak things like moving forward.
I remember this strip here, the one where he hears the "Hey, young blood" and the "Oh no." I remember that being like that's you have to know what he's going through. That's
I have
real.
A sequel. I got a sequel to that one planned actually.
I want to see it.
Now, George, I got a question. Did you ever run out of material and just decide to do something to cause your daughter to make something happen so you have something to draw a comic about?
First, I think I actually did run out of material fairly early. And while I didn't like cause my daughter to do things, I realized that a lot of the early comics I could do can like have continuing stories within like those little like comic strips. So that kind of helped things a bit. as well as over time, it became less about what my daughter did and just more like what toddlers do in general. Combined with the fact that I like almost draw exclusively comic strips, but I've been doing so for 15 years. So I've also taken like some of the DNA and some of my previous comic series and like carried that over. Um, and and that's worked out quite a bit because my daughter's not 2 anymore, so I can't really like draw up one of those. But I still like, because of the way I plan the comics, which is almost barely, to be honest. But at the same time, I still have like quite a few ideas that I want to roll with moving forward.
Excellent. How old is she now?
Now she is 4.
So just about getting to that age where she'll realize that you're drawing comics about her.
Oh, she already knows. Like
Does he?
she is aware. Like my daughter's like a little diva, like a little baby diva, and like it's ridiculous. Like she's like, "Is that me?" And I'll tell her, "No, this is not you. That's the Tyler. That's me." And I said, "No, that is the Tyler. If this thing makes money, I don't owe you a thing. That's not you." So I have to do that to make sure my.
You got to get her to learn to write. You got to get her to learn to write really well, so she can sign a release.
Yeah,
exactly. Like she's like, "Daddy, you owe me so much money from when I was 2."
You just tell her like, you just have to like make your sign and like and the cool thing is she's young now, so she'll sign it for food.
We're like, "You ate, didn't you?"
Yeah,
that was your payment.
Yeah, and cookies. That's right.
You ate and you were clothed.
So now there's a digital copy of Beware of Dollar. Now you're expecting to send the digital copies out February 22. And it's affordable. It's $10, folks. $10. And you get a shout out in the book. The physical copy is only $20. And he's shipping that anywhere in the world. So for our radio listeners who are listening all over the world, you guys know what to do. Let's let George hate you. It's gonna be like, "Oh man, I'm gonna be stuck here all day filling out custom forms."
I'm already dreading it because I've never done it before.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I've had more people interested in this book than in my previous book. So you know what? It's fine.
Tyler and friends.
As long as people enjoy the books,
Yeah. You get signed copy of Toddlerhood, a book, the title of the book and the print. Yeah. Join the daycare. Can't speak today. There's a signed print and a digital copy of Sign of the War Spider, the birthday day book, like you said. And then 300, starting your own comic. George will draw you. And now, George, if that's a hit, are you gonna sign a release then too, or no?
Nah. Like I made a comic about you. It was, it's fine. You're not you're canon, but you're not canon. You'll only be this one comic.
Yeah.
You're canon, but you're Disney canon.
Yeah.
You are Poochie.
Yeah. You're Kickstarter
Poochie. I shouldn't say that, but no, someone actually commissioned me to do something like that before, and I thought it was a lot of fun just to have that experience. To be able to draw one of these comics and not actually be about the same characters. I got to switch it up with different characters. And I thought it was fun. And the person who commissioned me to do so thought it was great. And we both had this good experience. I thought it would be good to, to try to do that with other people. And it's a nice little keepsake. They can draw it, I can draw their kid, and then when their kid grows up, they can say, "Hey, look, I was in this comic,"
That's cool. Folks, you guys have a bit of time left. You guys got 15 days left to get over there and back this over on Kickstarter. Tylerhood, a Beware of Tyler collection, and it funded in 79 hours, so 243 backers. I say he can get to 10 grand without question.
Oh yeah, easily.
How many pages are you looking at for this book?
120.
120 pages. Go over there and back it today. The link is in the description of the video. And if not, I'll have it is, but I'll have make sure Lola puts it in the chat so you guys can go over there and check it out right now over on Kickstarter. Again, that's Toddlerhood, a Beware of Toddler collection. Very funny series of strips and things that happen to a father because of his toddler. And the brother. The brother catches hell too. I don't think people realize how much hell that his little brother is, or the older brother is catching.
It's tough being an older brother as well. Like he
Poor-
catches just as bad as the dad.
Poor baby. Poor baby.
The mom gets scot free because she's at work.
Yeah. Yeah, you never see her. She's like, yeah, I love that series, and he posted on YouTube, on Facebook. So if you're not a friend of George's, come one, or at least follow the Beware of Toddler Facebook group.
Yeah, you can watch. You can read it on Facebook on his website. It's on Webtoon. We're approaching 10,000 followers there.
Dang!
Wow.
Yeah, it's wild. Like I'm like surprised with how much people like this comic. I'm surprised at how much people relate to this comic. And yeah, I hope to keep it going.
Dude, you're bound for a Netflix cartoon. We'll never see you again. So
hey, if you're speaking that to existence, this day happens, I'm gonna call you, say, hey, let me come back. I'll be back.
We'll hold you to it. Hold you to it.
All
right. Monster Matador. We know this one.
Yeah.
Let me play the video here for you, Steve.
That's nice.
In a world ravaged by monsters, a new evil has risen, poisoning the land and threatening humanity. Now, the Monster Matador, along with the meanest and baddest kaiju killers, have joined forces to kick its ass. Monster Matador, After Apocalypse.
Hey everyone, my name is Steve Kent, and I'm the writer and creator of Monster Matador, a post-apocalyptic kaiju throwdown about a matador who fights monsters to make a better world for his daughter. Our latest Kickstarter is for a 64-page one-shot called Monster Matador After Apocalypse, where the matador travels to South Africa and joins a group of kaiju killers to fight an ancient evil that threatens the world. It's drawn by Ringo Award nominee Fabio Alves and colorist Alex Yeff. Now, we decided to have some fun with this book, and we have some really cool guest stars as kaiju killers. There's Ringo Award-winning writer Rylan Grant, whose current project is Suicide Jockeys from Tourist Point Press, and also the creators of Baby Badass, David Schrader and Christian Horn. Now, let's check out some rewards. First off, every tier comes with a press photo of the entire cast. Now, for our main cover, we have this great image from Fabio Alves and Alex Yeff. Next is our limited edition movie poster cover by Tony Donnelly.
Oh, I love that.
11 by 17 movie poster and bookplate signed by Donnelly, Stephen Prince, Rylan Grant, Christian Horn, and Dave Schrader. If you're new to the book, you can catch up on Tango of the Matadors number 1 through 3. And you can also get original art from Fabio Alves and sketch cards from Tony Donnelly. Plus, don't forget to check out our add-on section for glow-in-the-dark prints, limited variants, and a foil variant. Oh, and keep an eye out for stretch goals. Thanks for getting this far in the video. One more thing. The book is 100% done. So everything we raise for this book is just going to go toward printing, and everything we raise over our initial goal is going to the production of the next Monster Matador book. So thanks again, and we really appreciate your support.
Oh man, foil.
Oh, that looks incredible.
Yeah, it looked really good.
Thanks. Yeah, it's a fun project. I love action movies, and this one's kind of like my love letter to Predator.
Sweet.
You could see it in there.
I really love that retro cover.
It's not in a bad way, in a good way. It was. Yeah. It was good.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun with it. I threw in some actual comic creators as a couple of the killers, the kaiju hunters, because in Predator, Shane Black, who's a screenwriter, was put in the cast. So I thought that was like a fun little nod to it. We actually, on funding, I just unlocked our first stretch goal on funding. So instead of 7K, we opened it at funding, and it's now a 68-page graphic novel. And if we hit 150 backers, we have like less than a day. We end at 5 o'clock Pacific time. But if we hit 150 backers, I'm going to unlock our second stretch goal, which is a glow-in-the-dark sticker. And then the artwork, I mean, like you saw in the videos, is pretty amazing. It's by Fabio Alves, who he got nominated for a Ringo Award for his cover work on a book called Banjax, which came out from Action Lab. And he also does a Kickstarter book called The Jump. And our colorist, Alex Zieff, is also the colorist on Cult of Dracula for Source Point Press. So it's good stuff.
Yeah, we've been looking at the Matador a few times on the show.
Yeah.
And your numbers are climbing, so that's good.
It's climbing. Yeah, it's been there's a lot of projects on Kickstarter right now. I think anyone who's running it, even if you've hit your number, you can feel it. It's there's and the thing is, there's a lot of great projects on Kickstarter. So I think it's the most they've had at one time. It's over 300 the last I checked.
Those colors are nice.
Yeah.
Oh man! Now I am excited for this one, but you think this one's the book is complete, but you're gonna ship it in March 22.
No, I put March just to kind of give a little bit of buffer. I've always shipped a month or two earlier than my estimated delivery date. The reason why I did it to March this time is because, I think everyone's been hearing about the paper shortages and stuff like that. So I just wanted to build in a little buffer, but I talked to the printer and they are not having those issues right now. So it looks like it'll probably ship January, early February.
Yeah. The thing about paper shortages, you got to remember is how much you're printing. So like I was able to print some books, no problem. The second I needed a higher order, big problem.
Right.
So,
and it's really just kind of like, when you get your order in too, Hey Pops, thank you. That's right. I use Gemini mailers, and I will be using INDIE VOLT code. But I do use priority envelopes, and I do put Gemini mailers in there. It's the biggest disappointment when you order a book and they just come in like I've had them come in like the yellow manila envelopes, and you're just like, man.
Yeah. If you want to stick a Gemini mailer inside of a priority mailer, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Just protect the book. That's all.
I mean, it fits. I know it fits. I've sent some out.
Yeah.
And to me, it's like, when you're running a Kickstarter too, people are paying a premium for the book too. They're supporting you. So it just, to me, it's like you should go that extra mile for those backers, because they're the ones who are making it possible to even get the book out there.
Mm-hmm.
So they deserve their mint condition books.
Now this one, I know you said you built in a bit of a buffer for yourself. So realistically, people can start probably getting this book in January.
Yeah, probably late January. Yeah, by the time I get them packed and shipped. Yeah, so long as nothing slows down for the holidays. That's always kind of like the tricky part.
And he's also foolishly people shipping anywhere in the world. So you know what that means. New Zealand, I'm talking to you guys.
That's right. Even Antarctica.
Ooh. All right.
We'll ship anywhere that'll take it.
You say that now.
Well, it's gotten tricky. I know, like the European shipping has gotten real tricky since they changed the rules over there. It used to be really simple. Now it's become very, not complex, but it's become a lot more expensive. And I'm trying to figure out how to handle that, because I feel like I don't like to charge too much in shipping. The shipping costs have just gotten kind of out of control lately.
Here's my thing: is there a way to do localized printing in those aspects? Have you thought about that?
Yeah, I just don't know that there's enough of a quantity. You know what I mean? There's enough volume to make it worthwhile. That's not. I mean, that's a really good idea. It's something to look into. But yeah.
Now you guys got 21 hours, so less than a day to get over here and back. This is already past its goal, so it's coming. 140 backers, $5,356 of a $5,000 goal. It's got 21 hours left, less than a day.
If we get 10 more backers, there's we unlock the digital sticker for the physical reward tiers.
10 more backers gets that sticker. Get it.
Doable.
Guys, check out Monster Matador Afropocalypse over on Kickstarter as well. It is up there for another 21 hours. Of course, it's it's Kickstarter, so you don't extend, so you need to get over there now and get your money in. Secure your copy.
But you can wait till after the show, because you should check out who's coming next.
You can't. There's enough time for that.
There's enough time.
Enough time for that. Aha. Let's take a look at what we got here. I know this book. No one told me Russ is on. Let's check. Russ, you're over on Indiegogo. Let's check out the trailer for Only Death Can Save Us. There we go.
Beautiful stuff.
Very simple.
I gotta tell you, man, you knocked it out of the park with book one. So
thank you.
You should everybody should be coming back for book two.
I mean, it's going pretty well. I've not been able to give it the marketing drive that I did with the first book. Some of that is down to workload at the moment. And some of it is actually seeing if I can foster repeat backers, because that's what I'm after. I'm after creating an environment where I make an audience rather than just looking at money, which is why I went for stretch goals being backer numbers. So I'm a little way off the first stretch goal. Yeah, I wanted to set it at the target I reached at the first book. And go on from there into the target that I reached at the end of the in-demand phase, and see what I can do with that. So the stretch goals will remain open for as long as in-demand is in.
So there's an official Russ Leach cover when you see the crowds, throngs of people. And I have a question.
Go on, shoot.
This guy here.
Yeah,
he's in every crowd shot. I mean, whenever you see a crowd shot, there's always some guy looking at the audience, like Denzel in Glory.
Yeah.
Yelling back at the, yelling back, and it's like, why is your head not turned toward the action?
Because eye contact is important on covers. It's an important thing. It can. I mean, it's not necessarily on every cover, but it can help. And it entices the view through into the scene. because
And
you've
I
got
know-
a connection with the person with one of the people in the scene. So,
And he's using naughty language too.
oh, no doubt.
Yeah, he's
You dodgy wanker.
yeah.
Yeah, something along those lines. Yeah.
There's Death looking badass.
There he is. Yeah, I put up some finished pages for people to
Yeah,
see.
I love this. Your Iron Man homage.
That is, yeah, it's an homage to the Iron Man cover. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in the second part of it at the moment, so I'm penciling the second part. And I've got a new colorist because of the volume of work that I've had come in. I've rather than getting flats done and then me finish the colors off myself, I've actually got a colorist to do the whole lot. So it'll be the same style as I've been doing right the way through. I've already discussed it with him. Yeah, so I'm only doing pencils and inks now. But that's a good thing because it's just, you always want more work than you can handle.
Mm-hmm.
It's better than having nothing.
Yeah. There it is. Another crowd scene. Telling you, I can't do that. I get
You gotta have a
lazy.
crowd scene.
I get lazy real quick. This is really showing off.
So these are those you just saw. Those are the pages from the lore section. So effectively, what you've got is 66 pages of story. It may be 68 in the end, depending on how many double page spreads I throw in. Outside of that, you've got a backup story about War, one of the Horsemen of the Apocalypse, and you've also got these lore sections which are all scripted, so they're not like data files. They're not dry in that way. They have an ebb and a flow to them. They're scripted, and they give you an insight into the world the existence that all these characters thrive in, they live in. So.
Very good.
And each one of those are single panel pages. So it's like the splash pages, which is something I was wanting to do for a different script. But it's because I'm filling in. This is being serialized through Arrow Comics out through Liberty. And I needed to have extra content. And the fortunate part of that is that everybody who backs the book will be getting that first. So.
He got some prints here for turning backers and early birds as a President's veto back in front where he made Chrissy thick.
He certainly did. It's just great to see other artists, look at your characters and do them differently.
She's just not thick. She's uncomfortably thick.
Uncomfortably thick. Yeah,
everyone
she's just bursting out.
Everyone else is uncomfortable about how thick she's like. And I look over there too long. She might get mad. Love the art, and then too, there's a lot of some of these pieces I've watched you draw live.
Yeah, those are the lore pieces, full colored, but also there's some black and whites from some of the Marvel stuff I've done as well.
Yeah. His stuff's much better. He's phoning in with Marvel.
And then there's original artwork as well. All the pages are original art. Nothing's digital.
That cover would be kind of cool to have.
Yeah, it would be. You're welcome to pick that up. I might throw something in extra for you if you like.
Yes. Now we got fridge magnets.
Those are for the backers. So I've got a series of 4 fridge magnets planned. But it's a back account. So it wasn't about the finances. It was about how many people I could get to read the book.
Yeah.
So I think I ended up with 271 backers last time after the in-demand phase. And it was 184 at the end of the 60-day campaign. So I'm looking to build on that. So that's why I set it at that mark.
Those are done by 6 a.m., right?
Yeah, 6 a.m. Comics did those guys. Love his stuff. It's really good stuff. Yeah. So.
There we got one step further. Follow the production. What you can just go to Russ's comic book Black Belt YouTube channel.
Every Monday night, I sit down and stream for an hour and show you what I've been doing during the day and what I'm doing right then.
He doesn't invite me on the show.
It's not a show. But I might invite you on just for the hell of it now.
Yeah. I'll come on and poke around and cause some trouble. This is Only Death Can Save Us. This is book 2. You can get issue 1. You can get the catch-up tier. $47 US. Shipping March 22. So if you can get issue 1 and issue 2 in this, if you want to catch up and see what you missed, or if you got issue 1, $24 gets you book 2. What do we else we got here? Oh, you got the signed, that's right, the signed Arrow Comics edition. A lot of stuff coming. So definitely check your Indiegogo accounts and go over to Only Death Can Save Us book 2 Techstone over on Indiegogo so that you can back this book. You got 11 days, and Russ will love you forever. He wants to buy the original art too.
I will love you in a passionate way that only someone from the UK can do.
Like Bond.
No, you get a few extra diseases if you do it that way.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say it, keep my mouth shut. Like that's why Bond changed so much. I get it. All I know to say was book 2 Techstone over on Indiegogo for Mr. Russ Leach. Fantastic book, and he'll get it. He'll get delivered. I mean, he's over in the UK and he's getting books sent to America all the time. So, and books sent to him. Too,
yeah, I'm constantly. I got loads of books this week. I got I can't remember what they are because I've drunk too much whiskey now. But yeah, I got several books this week.
Pop says I'm following the story of Arrow 4.0 way. And thanks, Pop. Speaking of Arrow 4.0, God's Hand is amazing. Well, yeah, God's Hand.
Yeah, God's Hand is good.
Yeah,
it is good.
He picked that up this weekend from me. Thanks for doing that. I'm pretty sure Anthony appreciates it as well. It's that I used to, guys. I don't know about you. You know how many cons you've done, but it used to be where, man, I could do a con and Monday morning I was ready to tackle the world again. And then my body was like, nah, we don't do that anymore. We rest on Mondays.
Yes, that's what we do.
Yeah. And now my body's like, hey, you know that Monday thing? That's nice. We're looking to extend that to maybe Thursday afternoon. And like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's this new mattress I got or if I'm just getting older. You know, I know that arthritis is coming. Like, I'm fatigued to shit lately. I don't want to do anything.
You have everything. It's a perfect storm.
Yeah. So I don't want to get out of bed half the time. And I know I got to get up and move and, you know, do stuff. And it's forcing yourself to get up and do, like, even sit at the drawing table is, me and my chiropractor have been discussing that. And he's like, yeah, you know, you're sitting up there, you're slumping, you're slouched under a table. You got to make sure that you're, you know, standing up, you know. And I go there and I go in a massage bed and I get adjusted, and the neck thing they do now to me. It was helping. It's not anymore because, like I said, it's Tuesday, and after this show, I plan on sleeping. Very hard. To the point where you look at lines in your face. That's how hard I'm going to sleep.
It's rough that you can't be at your drawing board, you know, and then it hurts you so bad. I mean, but you're only there like 20 minutes a week. How can it be that bad?
Yeah, I'm not there that much.
That's harsh.
You know, when you work as hard as I do to master your craft, you don't need to be there that long. You know? rather pointless to be at the table all day. So here's Creecraw and Chris part 2, taking the piss. Now, I know what taking the piss means, but Russ knows what taking the piss means.
Yeah, I take the piss all the time.
But explain to us for a second, Gate, what that means.
He's taking a piss now.
Are you there, sir? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm having lots of sound issues. If you can hear me.
Yeah.
I can hear you just fine.
Oh, right. It's just on my end then. That's a bit shit. Right. Here we go. Creeker and Chris Taking the Piss is the sequel to the original. That's Creeker and Chris Must Be Destroyed. They're two aliens lost in the void, and they're trying to find home, but there's aliens, monsters, prostitutes, and bounty hunters trying to murder them at every turn. So this is their continuing adventures throughout the galaxy.
Sounds like my Friday nights when I was 19.
Yeah.
Let me take a look at this campaign here. We have there's no video. You got 14 days left. You're at $176 of a $671 flexible goal.
Is that what it is in US? Ah, cool.
Yeah. Pre-con and Chris taking the piss. There's a cover. Look at those. Oh, they're in trouble. Yeah, they're surrounded by what looks like certain doom.
Certain
doom. The PDF comic, this $5 US.
I copied that from an old Guyver.
The print copy of the book, $17, 13 Great Britain pound. Print copy book number 1.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh yeah, book 1, book 2. Paperback of book 1 and 2. Oh,
yeah, in
get
case
it all
people
together, huh? Now, Eric, you've
we have a trade paperback. I can get the poster for only $1 more.
Eric, did you get book 1, Eric?
I did not. I'm just now being introduced to the universe of Creek Rock, Chris.
Okay, all right. For some reason, I thought you said you had number 1. I'm sorry.
No, he's my guest.
Okay, all right. Do you have issue?
No way.
No, I don't. But I plan on getting the trade paperback.
So now they're being chased by bounty hunters. What is it? Because they're aliens?
It's because they have a natural ability to piss people off. So everywhere they go, they're immediately on the back foot. And they've broken out of prison and killed heiresses and nuked the planet. And they don't park very well either. So they're kind of wanted fugitives and anarchists, basically. Yeah, in the first book, they land in a shuttle bay and they just smash everything else to pieces because their ship is a mining ship, and it just drills into the ground and blows the fuck out of everything. Good times.
That's hilarious. I can definitely tell you're having a lot of fun putting this story together.
Oh yes, it's awesome. It's Beats working for a living.
So now you still got upward battle, upward hill, $176. You got to get over that in 14 days, so a little 2 weeks. And we're gonna try to help you get there because I think some more eyes need to be put on this project. I like the character design. Look at these guys. I'm not sure that's not me and Eric. In this case, I'm taller and green because that looks like
and Eric's got an outie.
Yeah, that looks a lot like Eric more than you guys know. When Eric's on a convention spree, he starts to look more and more unhinged. I knew this kid, and I'm not gonna say his name. And I say kid in that we were very young, but he worked with me at a job that was seasonal. And this guy told me, he says, "Hey man, he's a cool guy, but by the end of this job, he's gonna look like walking death. Just watch." And I was like, because he came, he looked perfectly fine. And sure as shit, by the time December 2nd or 3rd hit, I was worried about the guy. He had the darkest rings under his eyes.
Oh no.
He was gaunt. He was just, he looked like Chris Evans, Captain America Before the Serum, like identical to it. And I remember I took a picture of Captain America and I showed it to someone. They said, "Oh, is that the guy at our job?" I said, "No, that's not. Look, that's how skinny he was. It was great. It's funny to me, but that's how Eric ends up looking. About the 3rd convention of the year, Eric looks like he wants to die, especially if it's a long trip.
Well, if it's 3 in a row, like when I did that 5 conventions in a row, yeah, I was just kind of like in the corner at night crying.
I remember because I would call you, I would message you, and you were like, "I can't do this anymore. I can't do this." Now there's no words here. You're cheating us out of jokes.
Oh, we kept the writing out of it this time to avoid spoilers.
Yeah, you're cheating me, man. I need my spoiler so I can laugh. No, I get it.
Sorry.
He just means it because he's cheap.
Yeah, I'm just being cheap.
You have to pay for the funny.
No, that's what Eddie Murphy did. Look at his career.
Yeah.
So this book is shipping worldwide too, folks. He's being foolish, and we're going to allow him to do it. We are going to make sure that this book gets funded, and not just that, but the worldwide audience shows up so that he can have that problem to deal with. I mean, you'll be mad with us, right, Michael? Oh, you'll be. He's gonna be pissed. He gets like people from New Zealand and Australia all wanting books. I think it's funny. Recall and Chris Part 2 taking this. There's no video. You gotta get us a video up here,
yes,
so
that we can play it.
The art on this reminds me of like independence from the 80s.
From the 80s?
Like the old Alan Moore stuff.
Indie books from the 80s, like the Turtle stuff and what have you. It's got that vibe to it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I was thinking of DR and Quitch by Alan Moore.
God, yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah, DR and Quinch. Yeah. Yeah, that's very British.
Amen.
You
Yeah.
guys,
you
put
two
some nice little
next
Kirby
door to each
details on one
other.
of the spaceships, which I thought was cool.
Yeah, just the way they wander through the Earth and just like start off legends about angels and demons, and they're just destroying shit.
Yeah.
Enjoying themselves. Very, very fun.
They move Earth continents around so that in their language it spells "fuck you," which I thought was hilarious.
And they end up going to court. They were in galactic court about it, weren't they? Just excellent stuff. Excellent stuff.
I think they go to war at one point, and then Mom rescues them.
Yeah.
Recall and Chris over on Indiegogo. Folks, you got 14 days left. So head over there
and back it.
Back it.
2 weeks to spike the curve.
Yep. The link is in the description of the video. Check it out. You got 2 weeks to spike that curve. I like that.
Don't believe the information films. Don't trust the government. Sorry, did I say that?
Amen.
Thank you. You'll be canceled by tomorrow.
Again.
Yeah, again. Like, he's been canceled. He's not even American. USA Assassin Book 3 Graveyard Shift
look at this.
in demand. So it's in demand.
If you play the video, can you play the second one? It's a little more over the top.
No way.
There.
I'm confused. I'm just kidding. No. Here we go. Here we go.
I'm the mercenary, Flip Gordon. And I'm joining the U.S. Assassins team.
Yeah, this is U.S. Assassin. They bout the action, ready to make it happen. Yeah, this is the elite government task force. Whole team is official. What more could you ask for? Yeah, this is U.S. Assassin. You don't want drama. If they pull up, they blasting. Monsters of the graveyard shift. You ain't never seen a squad quite like this. We got Bazooka Dog, and he don't cut no slack. A dog with a giant bazooka on his back. Slither is a reptilian, alien. 3 snakes for a tongue. You don't want to mess with him. Sensei Steel, who is so mysterious, martial artist and trainer. Split with the kids. Zero Face is a bad guy turned good. The mercenary is a beast, get it understood. Takeout is a fast shooter, fast draw. Kirby is the Lone Ranger, but she hits hard. Lieutenant Ray, second in command. Yes, indeed. Who's the brains of the team of Super Ninja at the lead? Yeah, hey, this is U.S. Assassin. Yeah, this is U.S. Assassin. Let's go.
We need to get that track on Indie Volt Radio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Cool. That's pretty cool. I didn't.
That was awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, please tell me you accidentally full screen yourself.
No, I want all the credit for dancing. No, I was dancing. I was stopping the moment.
That was fun.
U.S. Assassin returns in his deadliest adventure. Sweet Jesus, what is he firing?
That's his pet, his dog, Bazooka Dog. His man's best friend is a living weapon. So for those that not familiar with U.S. Assassin, it's about a government super ninja and his pet dog, which is a living weapon. My son actually helped me create Bazooka Dog. We were playing with his Legos, and he had a Lego German Shepherd and a Lego bazooka. And I put the bazooka on the German Shepherd, and I cracked myself up and said, "Hey, Chase, look, Bazooka Dog." Then he became a character in the book. And the reptile guy with the 3 snakes for a tongue, my son created him. He drew him for just this monster picture for me to hang in my office, and he was so awesome. I was like, "Oh, he has to be in the book too."
That's awesome. That's so cool.
So this volume, U.S. Assassin is tasked with leading a new team to take out Graveyard Shift. So I'm huge fan of G.I. Joe, and G.I. Joe had Sergeant Slaughter, so I wanted the U.S. Assassin team to have their own Sergeant Slaughter. So I reached out to pro wrestler Flip Gordon. That was the guy at the beginning of the video, the mercenary, and he signed on to be part of the book. He's going to be a reoccurring character. Yeah, so the book's a lot of fun. It's basically my love letter to 80s action films and 90s comics.
Yeah. I first of all, that song is still stuck in my head. I'll be singing that all night. Look at his art. Yeah, it's nice. So who's the artist on most of it?
So Mike McMahon is the artist and my co-creator on the project. He does the artwork on the main book, and there's also a bonus book, The Mercenary, Bazooka Dog flip book. Mike drew the Mercenary story, and then Renzo Rodriguez drew the Bazooka Dog story.
There it is.
And my son and I, we did the cover. We drew the cover for Bazooka Dog.
Uh-oh. Those kids are finished. Collected edition.
If you want to get all volumes of U.S. Assassin, we made it affordable. We collected volumes 1 and 2 in one collected edition, so you can get the full story.
Now, how much is that?
The collected edition is $25. If you signed up for the mailing list, you could get the collected edition and volume 3 for $40.
U.S. Assassin script book. The script book wraparound foil cover. So was that just a script? That's the written script for the issues?
Yeah. I get a lot of people hitting me up asking if they could see my scripts, and I was like, there could be a way to monetize this, and I decided to release a script book as
Fair
part
enough.
of the campaign, and it's been a nice add-on.
I'm trying to figure out a way to monetize basic customer service. Like, thank you for calling Indie Volt. Please Tell us how you would like your question answered immediately, somewhat immediately, tomorrow. Get around to it. Whichever one you select, there's $1 fee for that. There's an amount of that. So if you want an immediate question answered immediately, $15. I figure it's gonna stop people from messaging me stupid shit.
Or at all.
Great. I'm not doing that. Don't worry. That'll be on somebody's headline tomorrow. Varian charging to answer questions. Well, $15. U.S. Assassin. Now, folks, looky here what they've done. Ships worldwide. You know what to do now because this project is in demand, so it can come down.
Books actually arrive next week, so we're gonna fulfill early.
Sweet.
So you are in demand right now. If I gotta tell my listeners they have how many days, what you don't have to give me an exact amount, but give me a ballpark. How long do they have to get over there?
I would say 2 weeks. When the artist Mike McMahon comes out to sign the books, we're gonna shut down the store one of the nights while he's here. So you got about 2 weeks.
All right, so you heard them, folks. 2 weeks from today. That's 11/16/2021 here in the U.S. at 10:36 p.m. So you got, a little while, but days slip by. We keep on slipping into the future.
Yep.
And we're so close to 45,000, just $65 away. I'm amazed by this campaign. The first U.S. Assassin book did $5,000. Then the second book did $16,000, and this one, just amazed at the success of it.
Dang, dude, that's really impressive. You got a
Wow.
hell of an audience building up here.
I don't know why Mark's not taking all of us to lunch.
Are you having technical difficulties again?
I know. I said Mark, we're taking all of us to lunch. So, Mark, when I see you, Black Rock, I'm okay with that. I don't know if they have a Black Rock, but it's expensive and they make you cook your own steak. I've never seen someplace that charges you $60 and then brings out the utensils you need to prepare your own food.
Yeah,
it's like bagging your own groceries. It really is. Like, hey, here's everything you need.
You weren't complaining while you were eating it.
Oh, I wasn't. I was so hungry by that point. You see, Eric, there's two things you didn't realize about me. At that point, I was hungry and high. And my medication had destroyed me, and I was like, okay, I better eat something. And no, and mind you guys, if I would have been sober, I'd have burned myself. I know it. The fact of the matter is, I was medicated, and I was extra careful and cooked a delicious steak for myself. Delicious. Happy to pay for that steak. Anyway, speaking of steak, grade A beef here. U.S. Assassin, Book 3 Graveyard Ship. Now, Eric.
Yes.
You harbor some delusions that you'll get to work on U.S. Assassin one day.
Well, I think we might have been making it happen. I don't know how much Mark wants to divulge to the public.
Actually, I think if you click on the updates, you might see Eric's contribution. Volume, scroll down one last update.
Little more.
I guess I didn't include it there.
Oh no.
I can share it though if you want to.
You don't have to help me.
No. This promotes U.S. Assassin Volume 4, which is in the works.
Let me explain to you why. First.
He's jealous.
I'm scrolling through Facebook earlier, and what should appear in my Facebook ad? My good buddy Eric Clark, Eric Hudson.
You is medicated.
Yeah, looking at me like he's looking at me like he's pissed. He's like this. And I read it's a DoorDash, and he's like, and I read, oh, it's a DoorDash ad. I have never seen them air it, so it's cool that they're putting that in my rotation. It's Eric with his Dinosaur Man in the building, the mural they put out downtown. But
it's not on there anymore.
What's not there?
The mural is gone.
Is it?
Somebody else bought the side of the building and they already painted over it.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Well, we got all the photos. We got all the photos. That sucks. But that's to say this. Eric is famous enough, Mark.
Are you
I
think you should show it. I think you should show it.
Yeah, asshole.
All right, I'm gonna share this. I'm gonna share this only because they painted over the building. And Lola, make sure that check clears and I'm painting over that.
Very kind of you.
Is the mic muted? Oh shit, the mic's hot. Okay. There we go.
Yeah. Artwork by Eric. Volume 4 of U.S. Assassin teams up with my boyhood hero, Rowdy Roddy Piper, the Kilted Avenger.
There it is. Now, and it's a book that Eric works on, Roddy Piper, Kilted Avenger, with permission from the Piper estate. So there he is, officially a part of the U.S. Assassin.
Yeah, I'm super excited for this book. It's like I said, it's my childhood hero. So to get to have him in my comic is amazing.
I appreciate the fact you said Piper's your childhood hero. I'd like to know why.
I always liked the bad guys, and when I started watching, everyone was into Hulkamania. I had to be opposite of that. So I like the guy who hit Cyndi Lauper over the head with a gold record, and
who wouldn't?
and who despised Hulkamania. So I just thought he was the coolest.
I remember I was a kid, so Hulkamania was everything. So I didn't too much have an appreciation for Piper, even in my teenage years when he came in WCW. It wasn't until after that I developed an appreciation for Piper and his character, and then him outside of the ring too.
Yeah, starring in one of the best cult movies of all time, They Live.
Yeah, there it is, folks. Though that's a sneak peek here, by the way, because it hasn't been up. So
yeah,
exclusive.
Backers are going to get a print of this. If you back U.S. Assassin 3, you'll get a teaser print for Volume 4.
That's pretty cool. There it is, folks. And you can go over there and get this book. You need to hurry up, though, because he said he's got 2 weeks before U.S. Assassin Book 3 Graveyard Shift is off the internet forever.
I got a good feeling. Refresh the page.
Uh-oh. Better not be porn. All right, there we go. $44,936, $5 now. There we go. Did it go up? I believe it did.
No, that's what it was at.
Yeah,
did you actually?
Bank account's gone up. Yeah,
there it is. $44,935. So
that's an impressive back account. 455 backers. That's good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I say again, Mark is buying lunch. Mark, I'll see you at one of the Fan Expo shows. We'll set this up. We'll set up a nice lunch.
I'll tell you what. If we're at a con together, I'll take you out to lunch.
All right. I'm holding you to it. Meeting with Mark today, fellas. Excuse me. Out of the way. U.S. Assassin Book 3 Graveyard Shift is on Indiegogo. 2 more weeks or so. Go over there and back it today. Make sure you get your copy in the mail. I want to thank everybody who's listening on Indie World Radio. Thank you, guys. We're up to 92,000 listening on Indie World Radio. Also, I did want to point out a question that came in from Indie World Radio about the grift of the year that we talked about. And I did want to mention it, guys. Imagine this. Imagine you sign up for a Comic-Con. You pay your money for your table. It's a convention that is very, very hard to get into. You get a call and say, "Hey, got your table. Come on." And you do everything. You send the money in, you book your flight, your hotel, you fly to this different state. You show up at the convention only to find that you don't have a table. The person you were communicating with was fired over 3 weeks ago, and they still had access to their email. So they were collecting money. And the company didn't know it. That's the grift of the week. So basically, if you're going to be buying tables from conventions, folks, make sure you are dealing with the convention. It is pretty hard though when someone still has access to that email system and server, because now they can still pretend as if they're part of the company. Do you think the company owes them any owes that person their money back at all?
I would hope they at least tried to make it right and find a spot for him at the convention.
Yeah.
That would be the decent thing to do.
I don't trust people to do the right thing. I just don't. I don't.
I mean,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, because at that point, like, the convention's reputation would be on the line because someone who represented them swindled people out of their money. So when that came to light, people aren't thinking, "Hey, that person did this." People immediately will jump towards the convention themselves. And if I was running that convention just to keep to kind of like, cover my own bases, even if it's like not my fault, yeah, I would absolutely try to make right on that.
That's, I mean, I would like to see a convention do that, but sometimes they'll look at you and say, "Who are you working with? He doesn't work here anymore. Screw you, go home." That's never happened to me, but I mean, I have been told tables and sold out. And I just stand around and loiter at that point. They'll find me somewhere. They definitely don't want me standing up there. All right. Lola, I went through all the campaigns, did I not? I did. That was super quick. Lola's campaign closed. She's got nothing. But from Indie Vote Radio, another question from this week was asked, and actually not even a question out, it's a statement. And this is from Music Man. Music Man says, "Stealing art supplies can most definitely get you a couple years in jail. I should know. I stole 4 kneaded erasers, a pencil sharpener, and a Bristol board package back in '93 and went to jail for 5.5 years.
For $17.35 worth of art supplies."
Music man, never mind. Keep my mouth shut. Listen, and George gonna know what I'm talking about.
Was that in Saudi Arabia?
There's time, and then there's black time. So I just want to know, wait, Music Man, you just want to know what side of the line you follow. That's a long time to get for some art supplies, bro. Like, did you punch a cop? Like, what did you do? Did you, kick a basket of puppies on the way out? I'm gonna steal these art supplies and fuck these puppies. I mean, like you have to get 5 years for art supplies. If you stand up in court and start rapping fuck the judge, the jury, the bailiff, and the DA, did you? Yeah, Judge, I got your daughter tied up. That's the only for art supplies? Your Honor. But I'm gonna. There's a lot I could say. I'm not gonna say. Keep my mouth shut. That's a long time to go. And thanks, Music Man. Eric, you give out art supplies. I do. I know you're giving out some art supplies to people.
I give out art advice and art teaching.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get your own supplies.
The whole panel I did at Grand Rapids Comic Con was great. Everybody loved it.
I was gonna heckle you. I could not find the proper time to slip in "What's a Nubian?" You kept the conversation going, but I gotta tell you, Eric, I was upset though. I thought you were gonna draw.
Yeah, well, the equipment malfunctioning and everything. I was thinking about doing a segue into drawing. I ended up, after it was done and after you had bolted, showing some people some stuff, doing some demos.
Yeah, I got pictures.
The box model drawing and stuff like that.
I got pictures of you holding court, and I'm like, look at this.
That's not an easy thing to do. I was doing it on a flipboard. I did several shows where I was doing Draw the Marvel Way. So they were handing out the Draw the Marvel Way books. We were going through a tutorial and showing them how to do bits and pieces, like something simple like foreshortening an arm with a hand at the end, that kind of thing. And it's not easy. I can testify to that. It's not easy to keep everybody happy. You got to be a bit of a showman at the same time.
Yeah, I had to roll with a lot of punches too, because I get there and the equipment didn't work properly. So I told him I'm bringing my iPad and I've got a dongle to hook up with HDMI. Hook it up, nothing, no signal, nothing happening whatsoever. End up, they have this little camera for books, and I put my tablet underneath of it.
God.
Which is the most boomer thing I probably could be doing at the time, so I could show my screen through a camera.
Mate, that's why a massive A1 flip pad does the job. I don't have to worry about HDMI or anything. It's great.
We do have some time left. I sent you something in the.
Yeah, I see it. I was gonna also bring up the fact that I had seen I did that special indie vote from the show. And the Wi-Fi in the place is really good. They didn't lie about that. The Wi-Fi kept us going and kept us nice and clear. It was good. But so I want to thank Grand Rapids Comic Con for bringing us out as guests. I didn't do that officially, but I wanted to make sure we did that. Thank you, Mark, and his wife and the staff of Grand Rapids Comic Con took real good care of us last weekend, and we can't wait to get back and see everybody at the next Grand Rapids Comic Con. But yeah. Oh, Lola, what'd you drop out? Oh, there you go. Okay. American Bliss, Father's Pride, Part 1. This is Eric looking for more validation. No, it's American Bliss, Father's Pride, Part 1. Eric, you're on this book as the artist.
Yep, I'm the principal artist on the book, and looking forward to this one. We're adding to the Genuine Comics universe. Of course, Genuine Comics, published by Dave Bink, and he did Perfect 10, books 1 and 2. Both were really great. You know, capturing that same like feeling of Bronze and Silver Age Marvel with his characters. So we're extending the universe over here in the States with American Bliss, and currently working on the book right now, and it's a lot of fun. So we're collecting the sign-ups. It's not ready to launch the campaign, but please sign up. You'll get an opportunity to get a cosplayer print. Mr. Odin, who is writing it, has got a cosplayer. She's building the costume, and so we're going to do some prints with her. And I'm trying to wrangle it so that maybe we can do a drawing for some sketch cards for anybody who has signed up. So get signed up so I can show Dave that, hey, there's enough demand. Let's do a drawing for some sketch cards.
Cool. So you can go over there on Indiegogo and sign up, and Eric's going to stuff the ballots. Make sure that we get good stuff.
Yeah, so we have POW's international cover there on display, and then a couple of smaller little panels from the action. Not giving too much away just yet, but it's a really great story about a superhero. She's the patriotic, truth, justice, the American way. And she's got some big shoes to fill, her father's, hence the title Father's Pride. So there's a lot of drama, a lot of action, and I get to draw the big baddies, Chernobyl. I love that. I love this villain.
That the roster of bad guys that Dave Brink has put together is just amazing.
I know, it's phenomenal. They're so much fun.
You could make a whole series of action toys out of them. They're just fantastic. So I did that crossover thing with the Embrace. I did a pin-up for that, and I got to draw this guy in there, and it's just so much fun.
So yeah, go over and check that out today, folks. American Bliss, Father's Pride, Part 1 in Indiegogo. Go check that out. Eric, let's let everyone tell us where they can be found. We'll start with George. George, where can folks go stalk you?
All right. You can find me on pretty much all the social media pages at both Gant Art and Beware of Tyler. You can read Beware of Tyler at bewaretyler.com or on Webtoon. And yeah, and then of course Kickstarter. You can look up Tylerhood and become a backer there. I'm trying to reach that 250 before the week is over. I'm so close. Like that close.
Gate, how about you? Where can folks find you?
Hey.
Oh, are you there?
Yeah.
Nobody can find him. He's gone.
And then he left. How about you, Steven?
Right now, for the next 20 hours on Kickstarter, Monster Matador Afropocalypse, and you can find me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Monster Matador.
Mr. Leach.
You can find me on YouTube as Comic Book Black Belt. You can find me in the usual places: Twitter, the Fleece Book, over on Minds, and you know, the usual places. But if you want to pick up all the links, you can pick it up at my website, russleach.com, or you can go straight to onlydeathcansaveus.com to find out more about the book.
I thought you were going to say you can go straight to hell.
Yeah. You just screw off. I don't want to know.
Mark Pulton.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Coney Waves, naming my first comic book, which I'm actually bringing back next year. And you can also find me on YouTube. My channel is Primetime Pulton.
Very good. And Dreaded Dinosaur.
Yep, I'm at Dreaded Dinosaur and all the social medias. You can also read Dreaded Dinosaur Man also on Webtoon. And so while you're busy subscribing to the Toddler, you can subscribe to Dinosaur Man over there too. And you'll be able to find me here next Tuesday on Indie Vault. Looking forward to another great day, another roster of really cool guys. Want to thank everybody who showed up tonight. We had a really great panel tonight of some folks with some real wisdom. So if you're out there, you're hungry, fresh, trying to get into comics, listen to what these guys had to say.
You have made a thing for that. I got everybody here.
It's getting worse than me. Indie Princess, where can they find you at, man?
Sorry, guys, I am off camera because my lips are irritating the hell out of me. But yeah, if you want to track me down, the best way to do it is go to Linktree, indie_princess, spelled just like my name shows. And yeah, you can find all my links there and see what I'm up to. Just please don't stalk me. Don't be a creepy stalker. And if you send me dick pics, I will put them in my next book.
Already.
Oh, and yeah, Geekgasm tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
You know what Geekgasm makes me sad? Because I know I gotta wake up the next morning and do breakfast buzz. That's what makes me sad. I'm like, I gotta be up at 9 a.m. Man, this media company stuff sucks. My PC is being a bit sorry about that. They have me on. I try to cool this 13-year-old computer down a bit. 13-year-old, oh yeah. Sir, get that thing fixed up. Yeah, folks, listen. If you want to send a question in, feel free to do so. You can do that by emailing indievoltlive@indievolt.com. Include IndieVolt Live in the subject, and please keep those emails to 90 words or less, so I can make a little card and we can read them. Also, you heard the numbers. I don't have the official one right now, but the last number was let me see. Hold on, wait. Yes, I do. Yeah. So 87,774. Listen, and thank you guys. And you can listen along with them. Download Indie Vote Radio app on Google Play, or if you have an iPhone, download Streamer or TuneIn, or ask Amazon Alexa to play it for you. Indie Vote Radio has a big mix of independent music and some shows just like this. Even this is Indie Vote Livewire is on Tuesday nights live on Indie Vote Radio. Well, listen in for that. Maybe the radio isn't your thing, though. That's okay. I'm building an empire here. Indie Vote TV. It's free on Roku. Go, plug with your Roku box. I know you got one. Search for Indie Vote TV and check out our over-the-top streaming network. It's like Netflix, but it's free. Lots of independent content on there. Some indie wrestling matches, some indie movies, some long-form content just like this. So when YouTube says you can't say that on our platform, we put it over there. Also, remember, folks, Liberty Entertainment Distribution Group helping you get your independent comics in stores all over the country. Liberty Entertainment Distribution Group, ledg.us. They take no fees from creators, so that means that creators make they set their own pricing, and then they get 100% of what they set their prices to. So Liberty doesn't dip into their money at all. Also, retailers are happy to know that they offer the Liberty Pledge, which means that if you buy a book from Liberty and you can't sell it, Liberty will buy those books back from you. They'll buy them back from you and or send you books that you can sell. So it's a great company, and I don't know because I own it. Ha! Thanks for being here with us, guys. I'm gonna take us out. You guys can hang out afterwards if you want. I'm taking it off air. Here we go. Have a great week, everyone. Try to remember to leave this industry better than you found it. And I will see you all tomorrow night, probably.
Peace out, everyone.
До свидания.
You are a sad, strange little man, and you have my pity. Farewell.